Let's walk through creating a database with a read replica. So first, let's make sure we're in the right region. And I recently visited RDS, but just for the example, we're going to type in RDS here and follow it from the search bar. It's going to bring up the RDS console. And we could create an Aurora database here, but instead let's go to databases over here in the menu. And create a database is going to give us a couple of options. Let's go with Easy Create. And we're going to easy create an Aurora database with MySQL compatibility. A dev test, which is going to be pre-configured for R5 large instance size. Let's call our database Aurora MySQL 01. So that's kind of cluster identifier, master username admin. We'll go ahead and let AWS auto-generate a password for us. That's fine. Once the database is created, it'll give us the password in a pop-up window. We can copy it from there. We'll go ahead and create our database. And our database is creating. Might take a little while. Again, here's where we can see that auto-generated password that AWS created for us by clicking View Credential Details here. So again, it tells us this is the only time we can view this password. This is a one-time window. So you'd want to copy this password and keep it in a safe place. And then once your database is up and running, you can go in and modify it, or you can add other users, etc. So let's just go ahead and close this. Database is still creating. Once our database is created, we're going to create a read replica by going to Add Reader. Awesome. So now that we've got our database cluster created, we saw that this instance changed from reader to writer. So we don't have a reader anymore because that was when it was being created. So we're going to go select our cluster, go to Actions, and add a reader. This is adding a read replica to our cluster. Same class, availability zone. This, I'm going to leave it at no preference, but you can select the availability zone in the Northern Virginia region. These are the availability zones that are available. So I'm going to say no preference and let AWS select that for me. Not going to be publicly accessible. And let's just call this Reader 1. No preference for priority. Keep all the default options. I'm not going to enable enhanced monitoring for this replica. Don't want to spend the money. And performance insights, same thing. A version upgrade. This is if you have a database where you don't mind if AWS updates your database with minor engine upgrades. But if you have a database where you can't change anything without going through a change control, and even for a minor update, you'd want to select no here. But I'm going to go ahead and select yes just because we're going to keep it simple. And we're going to add our read replica. This is going to take a little while here as well. And soon we'll see that we're going to have another database with a role of reader here in the list. Oh, there we go. Our read replica is right here, Reader 1. So thanks for following along, and I'll see you at the end of the next exercise.